So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Can you repeat that? Nope.
The organizing committee from the Erskine Curling Rink in Curling, Alberta, and all the Erskine volunteers.
I did see Rhett. I was watching yesterday and this morning a little bit. People.
Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans. We've had great crowds. We've had lots of positive comments from the curlers, how great you guys all are. I want to point out in the corner there behind Andy, super fan Shirley. Shirley's been to almost every match. She's the only one who's never complained about how cold it is in here. Never thrown a rock in her life, but never misses a curling match on TV, and now she's watching it live. Apparently she has a heated jacket on, but I have noticed Shirley has been sending her daughter-in-law and sister over to the bar for babies.
Hello curling fans, and welcome back to the final draw here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We are just finishing up a few short announcements and then we're away for some curling action. I'm joined here by Daryl Peters. Going to be a good final. Two of Alberta's top teams facing off to see who is our representative in Kelowna for the 2025 Montana's Brier. Excited to watch some.
I am really excited to watch some curling. I think if you're curling Alberta, I don't think that they could draw it up any better.
Yeah, both Team Van Amsterdam and Team Cooey, some of the best teams, I think, across the Alberta Tour this year. Both have shown extraordinary curling skills throughout the week and have both deserved to be in this final.
This is a rematch of last night's 1 versus 2, which Kevin Cooey was able to take. This morning, Evan Amsterdam was able to win against Team Vavnik to make it back into the final game today.
Yeah, I was able to catch a little bit of it with the Van Amsterdam versus Team Vavnik, and a great game from both teams, and just a few unfortunate spots for each team. Great hit and roll from Evan to take some control on that semifinal game, but they earned every spot here, and we are underway. Probably going to see a little bit of a cleaner end to start us off as nerves are here. They want to make sure that they're not getting into too much trouble, as this is the big game. This is to see who goes to Kelowna.
Sliding a little deeper maybe than they would have wanted, but
Yeah,
not
maybe-
in.
Yeah, maybe a hair
I thought it was
deeper.
good.
Gonna give Kark a chance to come under. Still not too much danger here as it's close enough that can be an easy tap or an
Mine's
easy
good.
run.
Yep, hard.
Hard, guys. You gotta go. He's right
Hard,
on.
Aaron.
He's playing this fast. Go, go, go.
Yep.
Great draw to start us off by Kark Martin.
He had his draw weight down. A good lead.
Go. Yep. Weight's good. Hard. Really hard.
Big sweep off the bat for Jason Ginter here.
Okay. Okay.
Gonna catch a piece of the yellow, but not quite enough, but gets it out from undercover. So
Throw.
a little bit of a half shot there and might be the difference as we
Kind of moved a bit.
start this first end.
Okay, that makes sense.
You have to be good at those half shots too, not just making the full shot.
Work our way to center.
Have to be a little conscious here as we're going out to the
Hey,
wings.
1-8.
That both teams did a lot of
moving.
shots to the
It'll be
middle in the
slow here.
pregame practice. So
Light.
as you
Let's
hear
light,
Kark
guys,
say
go.
there, a little bit slower to the outside.
Go, go, go.
Right to the tee.
Hard. Keep going. Keep going, Aaron. Keep going.
Big scrub from Aaron Schlaczynski to get it to the paint.
Rings are nicely split now right now for Team Cooey.
Just fresh there.
Yeah, you're going to see that Evan and Team Van Amsterdam here are going to try and slowly get a red undercover, a little bit of a hit and roll.
Take control.
Force Team Cooey to make a good shot.
Really gotta go.
Another big scrub from Jason Ginter here to try to get it to move over. An unfortunate rollout. Going to give Team Cooey a chance to split the rings once again.
Good weight.
How deep do you want this one, Rhett? Do you want to be about 4 feet above that tee line?
You know, you're going to want to try and, with how split these rocks are going to be, the double's not really in your mind, but
8,
at
7,
the same
8.
token, it still is. You want to be about level with that other yellow in the house.
At least.
7, 8, they're not going to want to touch this because anything deep with the weight both these teams can throw, the double does come into play.
Good. Okay. Nice throw.
Maybe a little deeper.
Yeah,
That's good.
An
a
opportunity
little
now.
deeper to make a thinner angle, but you see either way where they put that, this double's available, and you watched as Evan, as soon as it slid behind the tee, got up, and it's
maybe
kind of a natural double here. Should be just half a stone.
Jake, take your roll. Shooter.
Hard scrub to get it over to the other
Go ahead,
side.
right over. Keep going. Real good.
Actually, not a bad turnout at all.
Yeah, not the shot they were looking for Sterling there, but a great shot to roll it over and freeze it to the back red. Like you said earlier, it's those plan Bs. If you can make them, they help you a lot. Gonna bunch those stones, and instead of a 2 for Cooey here, we might end up seeing a blank.
I got
A little
less.
more. Where are you? Little less.
Little
hard
less.
Gun, hard gun.
Yeah. 8, 7.
Hard.
Yeah, just
Hard,
to
you
it.
gotta be
Dropping
back
this
to
one
it.
hard, trying to get it down.
Yeah, we are.
Hard, Aaron.
Wait, just
Keep
to
going.
it. Just to it.
Hard. Hard. Move it here. You're really good. Keep
Yeah,
going,
just
keep
trying to
going.
lock it on to the red here to keep the 2 alive.
Very nice shot.
Yeah, it seems that both teams aren't scared to get into it here in the first
Nice
end.
throw,
Both teams showing a ton of confidence, and I'm excited to see because it makes commentating just that much more fun with lots of rocks in play and lots of
Here, I
confidence.
just make both those go. That's peel. Yeah, firm. Firm, okay. Firm, just a little roll. Okay. Gotta make sure this one goes.
Yeah.
Gotta be low. Firm weight.
Okay, make it good.
Is that something that can maybe try to pick out of there?
Well, it looks like they're just going to throw like a firm weight here and try to get some rocks moving.
Weight's good.
If you hit it right, you should get 2 rocks going, but try to get a little roll and
Hard.
just kind of rearrange what's in the house here.
Wow.
Not the outcome they're going to want, as it creates a nice freeze there for Kevin Cooey. Would have liked to maybe roll that yellow the other way, but
The way I threw that one.
Kevin's still got to think here because got to find a good spot for the stone not to get himself in trouble.
We're going to need to curl it.
So you would again look to maybe split the rings here a little bit and create some separation.
Anywhere here, it's just.
Yeah, splitting the rings is a good idea, but I like what Kevin's doing here. He's gonna come under that center guard just to prevent Team Van Amsterdam from doing that and beating them there.
This should be a little heavy.
Even a little bit of a veteran call here. Gonna leave it open, so even if Van Amsterdam does come under, he has a little bit of a slash to
It's a little light.
get to whatever stone.
I didn't think so. Yeah, weight's fine.
6.
Yeah.
6.
7.
Six.
7.
6. 6.
Just for line.
Off.
Don't want to.
Off.
6.
Off. You're by.
Oh. Sit. Okay.
Very well judged rock by the front end.
That's fine.
Yeah, a hair deeper than they would have wanted, so it's
No
going to
doubt.
peek out the other side and leave a little hit or even a freeze for the Van Amsterdam team here, but
That's not bad.
still forcing them to make a good one.
Okay, I like that.
Hack.
Yeah, hack weight. It's good ice.
Like,
And while you see Jason gets here going to throw a shot, it gives me a chance to shout out one of our big sponsors here this weekend, Boston Pizza. For more than 50 years, Boston Pizza has had a proud history of participating and giving back to the communities in which they operate their restaurants. Boston Pizzas of Northern Alberta understand the value of being involved in the community. And Boston Pizza is honored to be involved in the support the community where it needs it the most. On behalf of Curling Alberta, we thank Boston Pizza Cup and their franchises for being so supportive of curling in Alberta and for being eager to find new ways to grow the game with us. Little bit of a miss, it looks like, from Team Van Amsterdam.
This is kind of opening the door for Kevin.
Yeah, that little bit of a rub and roll is going to
Yeah.
take Kevin's chance for 2 and potentially put it into a chance for 3 here.
Yeah. Up 4. Spite 4 foot.
Should be
that
similar
look?
speed.
Good.
I got more. Okay, yeah.
Line's good.
We're 6.
Line straight.
No, 6. Just stay on it. 6.
Room.
Whoa. 6.
To my broom. Clean.
Really nice weight
Yeah,
coming
gotta
here
go
from
a
Aaron
little-
Stachinsky.
Hard, guys. You're losing it.
Hard. Go.
Hard, Tyler.
Fully.
Gotta go. Keep going.
Okay.
He's going to come in to sit 1, 2, and 3. A great shot from Aaron Stachinsky there.
I think it good. Could throw the hack weight or nose too as well, I guess.
With that one rock frozen at the back, it's going to be hard to move that one. What do you do now if you're Evan?
Up to you.
There's a little mistake in there. They're not sitting 1, 2, 3, just sitting the 1. But with them just sitting the 1, I think you're going to see Evan play a little bit of a freeze onto this Yellowstone and try to, if not steal one, force Kevin to 1. A little bit dangerous here for the Van Amsterdam team as they only have 2 stones left and a lot of yellows and some really good spots here in the rings.
We're second shot still.
Line's okay. Close for line. Line's real good. Gotta be T. Line's real good. Wait only. Line's real good. 15-1. Go ahead. Hard, Jay. Hard, guys. Come on. Go, go, go. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Nice shot, guys.
Big scrub for Team Van Amsterdam there. Not quite getting it to where they'd like, but still a really good position.
That works.
Forcing Kevin to make a play on it. We hear them say 15-1. 15-1 with a good scrub to get it to bite top four. What a great playing condition these players have been accustomed to all week. Huge shout out to Darren Moulding and the ice team for the constant surface and talking with having some friends up there, talk with Darren and hearing a few things. They had a little bit of struggles with different temperatures and so on with different spots in the ice. So to keep such a high level playing surface is just amazing for all the players.
Yeah, like you said, there's a big shout out that should go out to these guys. These aren't buildings that are brand new and modern and in big communities and whatnot. These are small community, rural Alberta hockey rinks that are more than 20 years old, a lot of them. And for ice makers, it can make life a little challenging for them.
Yeah, curling ice is just a little bit more picky than hockey ice. And you hear a lot of ice makers talk about how curling ice runs at a little bit of a colder temperature, a little bit of a firmer temperature than hockey ice. So a lot of changes that have to be made going into weeks like this. And with all the little factors to see great curl, great speed, there's nothing like it. So once again, huge shout out to Darren and his team.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. Queen. Whoa.
11.5.
Whoa, curl. Whoa. Curl. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shot.
Really nice shot for Kevin Cooey to punch it through the hole and put a ton of pressure on Van Amsterdam here. What a great first end. We're in for a treat here, Daryl, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely. To see this kind of curling this early, there's no one here that's playing for second place. These guys want to go to Kelowna.
Didn't know it was better to block.
Yeah, and a big pan of the stands here. Looks like lots of people here to watch the final.
Yeah.
The support that these small communities give these events is incredible.
Yeah, we're going to see Team Van Amsterdam have a little bit of a conversation here. Even Jason has come down just in case to give a little bit of input. And we see Parker Conshoe here.
Yeah.
You're going to have to try and make some yellows go away, as it's a really dangerous situation for Team Van Amsterdam here.
Yeah, we could draw either side.
Let's see what they have to say.
Also dicey, but
I think you gotta hit it.
Let's hit it then.
Make him make the double.
Yep.
Peel in the nose.
Peel in the nose. Yeah.
Shook her a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
What are they going to try to do here, Rat?
Just going to try and get rid of these two yellows. We hear Evan Van Amsterdam. He's going to whip a peel at it, or a zinger, as I've been calling him throughout the week. Darren Moulding's got Blanksville. I took the zinger handle, so I'm just going to see Evan try and get a bunch moving here.
Gotta go.
Sounds like there may be some copyrights.
Really gotta go.
Oh, just gonna barely miss the one in the back. Got rid of the top yellow and actually rolled to a really good spot. You hear Jason saying, actually a really good shot. And that's because he puts it right in a spot where not only is it sitting second shot, but it is protected. So gonna force Kevin Cooey to draw in here just for two. But a great end for both teams, an exciting end.
Tell me what you think compared to this.
If this is what we have to look forward to today, I'm ready for this one.
Sure. This is where they were at least throwing and draw the button. No.
Yeah, I'm not.
I like it though.
We just need fully.
Yeah. I like it. You can, yeah, 4 or 5 speed.
Try and throw like back 12, and that's this spot, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, last stone of the first end here. Kevin Cooey's got to hit full 8 for his 2.
I like it.
Line's good.
Yeah. 7-8 right now.
Okay, well then.
7. 7-8.
Do you need this?
No.
Okay.
It's kind of, whoa. That's good. Whoa.
Perfect. Nice throw.
He's going to sit down for his 2, and we're going to go into the second end. 2-0. Team Kevin Cooey will be right back after a few short commercials.
Jeez, if he actually touches that, all his perfect.
Nice throw. Good end.
Yeah.
Good deuce.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada.
You're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Well, we are back in end number 4 action here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. Another big 2 scored by Kevin Cooey there. And to start us off here, lots of good play stones for both teams. Looks like we're trading 2s back and forth here, Daryl.
Mine's good. Keep
Nothing
going.
wrong with exchanging crooked numbers if you're a commentator, that's for sure.
No, and like we said, lots of rocks in play. And even in the last end there, I thought might be going into a little bit of a blank. And then we even seen close to the end of the end, we had a big chance at a double there. And unfortunately, Evan just hit it a little too thin and went under the second yellow, but made Kevin work for his 2, that's for sure.
Mine's good. Top 8,
Like
top 4.
Ignore those 2 rocks sitting in the top 12 and go in behind his corner guard.
Yeah, back 4, back 8. Yep.
Yeah, sweeper's backing off of this one a little heavier, and great heads up call there from Evan to get a little bit of a bounce off the top yellow.
11.
Good.
It moves this way.
Now it's not going to quite get under their corner guard, so we're going to see Tyler Tardy take a crack at it, try and grab it here.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Maybe.
Turn you like?
What kind of weight?
Doesn't matter. Like control?
Yeah, okay.
In?
Sure. That looks good. I think that ice is good. This was curling a bit this morning.
Yeah.
Now you hear Sterling talking there about it curling a little bit this morning. With playing in the semifinal, they've already played today, so have a little bit of an advantage over the Cooey team there as they're a little warmer and might have a little more knowledge of the sheet. Just going to catch that top yellow, and not a great situation for Team Van Amsterdam here as it creates some separation with the 2 yellows, and going to let Tyler Tardy put up an ice guard here and put Team Van Amsterdam in a lot of trouble.
How deep do you want to be with this guard? Do you want to be midway maybe, or preferably nothing too tight?
Hard then.
Yeah, guards are one of those things that they're hard to place. I like what you said there, midway, because anything too high and
not even a 2.
Team Van Amsterdam is going to come with a lightweight tap, but anything too low, they're just going to try and get rid of all 3. So
no.
Just under this Boston Pizza logo here, like that, and halfway down, a great guard there from
it's fairly high.
Tyler Tardy.
Oh boy, you guys like that?
Yeah.
Would have liked it maybe even a little deeper, as you hear Evan saying there. It's pretty high, so
How's that ice look?
gonna give him a chance to throw an ice board hack weight here and punch out a yellow, and might even get a roll under his corner guard.
That speaks to the ice conditions that these guys are playing on. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and we talk about great ice conditions and good curl and good speed, but another thing about those great ice conditions is predictable. So you see big shots like this. This rock looks like it's gonna go a little more than they were thinking.
Okay.
Sterling not too happy about that one. I don't know if he just slid a little tight or maybe threw it a little soft, but not the outcome he's looking for.
So now Aaron will look to put the guard back in that same
line's
spot.
a little better. What's that?
1, 2. Yeah, just 2.
Yeah, just trying to replace that guard.
It's straight 3.
Almost a second chance at it as you see Tyler just throw it 3 knows the speed.
Line's good.
Keep going.
Line's really good.
to give him a better chance to place it a
Curl,
little lower
curl,
and take away
curl,
the same
curl,
shot that
curl
Steve
hard.
just threw.
Hard!
Almost board. Same thing. It's higher side of half.
Now, although they have a little better of a
Heavy hack.
guard there, it's a little further in. They didn't quite get the curl at the end as you saw them calling for it. So it's going to allow Evan here to play a similar shot there. Although it's rolling away, it's still getting rid of that yellow. So not ideal for the Kevin Cooey team. Giving Jason Ginter a chance at a good one here.
Yep. Yes. Well. Yes. Yes. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Hard. 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 Never
I got
out.
curl.
Never out. Roll perfect. Roll.
Good.
Great shot by Jason Ginter there to punch it out and roll over. Gonna want to store that one in the memory bank. And you know what? We have a storage partner at one of our Curling Alberta sponsors, Sentinel Storage.
is okay,
Sentinel
though.
Storage has a great history in Alberta. From their humble beginnings in 1998, they have grown into the trusted leader in self-storage industry. As a proudly Canadian company, Centennial Storage has been honored to be a long-standing Alberta demand.
Real hard. Real hard. You got
They are honored to support curling in Alberta.
Well, no, leave it not.
Curling Alberta would like to thank Sentinel Storage for their ongoing partnership. You know, I thought after us commentating and the ladies and having a pun there, I probably should add another one on the men's side too.
Let's have it. Yep, like it.
Sure.
Where he rolled it, it makes it. If that guard wasn't there, it'd be an easy double. But with that guard being where it is, there's no chance of an easy double anyway. Now it looks like he's just gonna try to sit one on top of the one biting the button.
Yeah, just gonna try and maybe throw like a hack weight here and
Yep.
like sit on top of that one, or
It's the same weight.
even get a little bit of a roll in. Hard sweep off the bat from Sterling Middleton. Jason might have just put this one in a hair.
Okay, well, hard.
You could hear the intensity in Evan's voice. Hard all the way, and a great scrub for Sterling Middleton.
That's good. That's good.
Going to overcurl and pop out the other side, but
12.5.
like I said, great scrub from Sterling there. To not rack on the guard.
Should be fairly gradual here, eh?
Now you might have overrolled there and left it open for Kevin. So although it's not the best shot in the world, it's at least you made contact with that yellow and opened up that scoring area a little bit.
If Kevin can get just on the inside of nose, he could sit right in behind his guard and be in a really nice position.
You said 12.5. So
Yeah, if he can just get to the inside here, he's gonna be smiling. That's for sure, because it's gonna make it hard for
I like a shade less.
for Evan to play that shot that Jason just threw, because that rock's gonna be even higher in the house, and it's gonna shrink that scoring area and maybe force Team Amsterdam to one.
Will Kevin maybe want to try to overbury it a little bit, just to try to take away the possibility at a double coming back for Evan?
Whoa, clean, whoa, yep, whoa, hard.
Yeah, overburying it is the end of the world, but
yes, hard.
with the exchange of rocks,
Hard.
how high that this rock is going to be, it'd be hard to make a double anyway. So like you see there, he just bonked her on the nose to sit 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I'm an intern, hey?
We do that, they do the same thing.
Easy?
Scary, yeah.
Sure. That's
But
close.
he doesn't do the same thing.
Now the one thing I want to mention from this Van Amsterdam team is
Their shot.
Yeah.
they've
rock
made
and
a
half.
ton of rolls all weekend. This has kind of been their bread and butter. It's kind of the saying that the freeze is the hardest shot in curling, but I would argue that a hit and roll is probably the hardest, because the hit and roll perfect is not an easy feat. But yeah, this Van Amsterdam team have been making them like they're nothing. So if Evan can make this one, it almost takes that really good Yellowstone biting the floor there, and it turns it into a little bit of trouble for Kevin, as it's almost like a staggered guard.
Many would argue that the hit and rolls are the harder shots in curling, that's for sure.
Well, you gotta be all the way under, because then you're just gonna pick it. Easy, yep.
Good comment there from Evan, saying you have to be all the way under. Being all the way under, it forces Kevin to play a soft shot onto the yellow just thrown versus if you don't roll enough, he's just going to throw that big high hard one and pick it out.
Clean. Whoa, close.
Close.
Whoa, whoa. Clean. Yes. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Sit, sit, sit. Good shot.
Maybe still showing just a tad.
Yeah, showing just a hair, but not enough for Kevin to pick it out. So a great shot from Evan Van Amsterdam as we watch this replay here. Aaron thought it was going to probably roll a little bit and swept and tried to get. He knew it wasn't going to stop short, so he's trying to get it out on the other side as much as he could. But just a perfect throw from Evan Van Amsterdam leads to a tough shot for Kevin Cooey here. Just going to throw, like you heard, back 8 and try to push that red out from shot. And with that back 8 weight, you'll roll out, but you won't quite roll all the way out. So this one's made good. Going to be a little bit of a struggle for Van Amsterdam, but can't be looking good from Kevin's hack.
Clean. Yep.
8.
Whoa. Yep.
Just 8. Just 8.
Yes. Yes.
You hear 7/8, so a little bit light.
Easy.
That's like
Whoa.
a T-line
Easy.
back 4 weight.
Just 8.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Just
Yes.
Just eight.
Kevin wanted, but it still puts a ton of pressure on Evan to try to get his deuce.
Yeah, for the most part, I think the buttons are only a foot wide, so not a lot of scoring area here. And even less than that is that yellow is sitting just on top of the B in Boston Pizza. So hard shot for Evan here. Here he is, last shot at the end. Draw to the button to secure his due.
Line's okay. Always straight though. Go a little early if you can.
Hard line.
Hard line,
for
guys.
line
Come on.
and hard for weight.
Hard, you got it.
We'll remind our viewers that
Hard line's good.
Rhett and I are tasked with picking the moment of the game.
Nice sweep.
And if you have a moment of the game that sticks out in your mind, please do let us know.
One red.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes out on the curling zone chat. And
Nice sweep,
yeah, they're
guys.
not going to quite make it there. A little light, so it's only going to be the one. So for our first single score of the game, we'll be back in the fifth end action after a few short commercials.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is
All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss. But it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Top four.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to fifth end action here. The first single score put up in the last end. A force from Kevin Cooey.
Line only.
Evan Amsterdam just came up a little light on his last draw.
Great shot. Oh, good.
And like we were talking about in the break, still lots of rocks in play. Both teams not afraid to mix it up.
No, it hasn't been short on excitement. It hasn't been short on having rocks in play. We haven't seen a lot of the big zingers, as you like to say,
keep it moving,
yet. But I think they're with this many rocks in play this often, I'm sure we'll be bound to see a few yet.
Yeah, lots, not quite the zingers, but lots of options for shots.
You guys just working to see who can set up the best angle for their rocks here now.
Yes, fight in top 8.
Fight top 8, yeah. Run straight here for a long
Yeah,
time.
and you can see in the back there lots of people in that Original 16 lounge, and gives me a chance to shout out Original 16, the official beer of Curling Alberta, and the Ice Lounge. It's one of Canada's most successful regional brewers and is internationally recognized. They pay a premium price to make sure their beer is made with the best ingredients and have a brewmaster with dedication to education, experience, creativity, and craftsmanship.
Go ahead.
Us at Curling Alberta would like to thank Original 16 for
Hard line a bit. Go ahead.
their continued support, and suggest anyone that's down at the championship to head down and try one of their 016 brews. And you know what? We're here at the Boston Pizza Cup, so after an 016, maybe stop and grab something from Boston Pizza.
You know what? It's my second favorite sport, is being football, and it's Super Bowl Sunday. And I'd imagine there's a few people out there that'll be ordering some stuff from Boston Pizza.
Yep.
Yeah, and you got any favorites from Boston Pizza? I know I'm a big Bandera bread guy.
Yep.
Are you? I like my barbecue chicken pizza, but it doesn't matter what I get, it's got to come with an ice cold pint.
Yes, I 100% agree. And I like that barbecue pizza too. You know what? Any of you watching here
I think
at
so,
the
yeah.
2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup, why don't you put your favorite Boston Pizza orders in the chat, and might give me and Daryl some more ideas next time we head over to our local Boston Pizzas.
I liked it.
Mine's good. Just hot. Hard.
It's really curling, guys.
Hard line. Just over. Right up.
Over and off.
Hard. Over.
Looking for just a high guard here.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have just thrown it a hair soft or a hair too light, as it's. You heard Sterling say it's just really curling, guys.
I'd like to move them, but
on this great
gotta line up nice.
Arena ice that we've been accustomed to.
I don't hate that either. If you just get rid of those, it's really good.
If you're anything light or anything soft, the rocks are gonna move.
Shade high. Tell me, does this look good?
So Kevin, just looking to rearrange these rocks in the rings a little bit to maybe open things up and.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, he's got a lead with hammer, so he's not looking to mix it up too much. And a great shot there for Tyler Tardy to get some guards going.
Yeah, I think so.
Will Evan now try to just replace that guard on the center line?
Yeah. They got to get something going for a steal here. They got a lot of rocks in that forefront area, so a steal would be great.
We can for weight.
Especially after being forced in the last to bring it back to.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Higher the better. Whoa. I think. Whoa. Wait, don't eat curl. Curl.
That's good. That's good.
Now you hear Evan say the higher the better. We talked about not wanting to have your guards too high because it allows for a run back, but with the way those rocks are sitting in the top 8 and the 4-foot, they want to make sure that it's high enough that they have a shot later, but they also want to prevent it from being open so they can't blast it.
Now I understand the importance of weight on a guard and where you want to position, but is line on a guard almost more important, Rhett?
Like it's kind of looking.
You know what? It's kind of like the. I wouldn't say one is more important than the other because the thing about it is
open, right?
if you throw the right weight,
well, I guess if you guard that one, then you
the
have that
line is
open
there.
too.
A lot of times if you're a little lighter, your rock's going to curl a little earlier, so you're not going to be able to have that line that you want. So
make it good.
it's kind of one of those things where they both complement each other. If you have the right line and the right weight, you're going to make a perfect shot. But if one's missing from the equation, then
okay, I thought we were a little light.
Then it hurts the
Line's
other.
good. Line's good. It's really curling. Hard, guys.
Like you see Jason, as we were just talking, you see Jason say they're really curling. And you can see that he's just that little bit lighter. So big scrub to get the weight to not over curl or to not under curl even. We're just going to see Kevin go back and forth. Ripping guards.
Throwing zingers.
Throwing zingers. Aaron Sluchinski, a big zinger. Now he'll be happy to be ripping guards all day because he's sitting one in the back, and you see Team Van Amsterdam with last two stones. Sorry, I can't talk. Last two stones
like you
here.
just kind of leave these
They're
kind
gonna
of
have to try and make something work because they don't want to leave Kevin sitting one and give him just an easy draw. So try and rearrange some stones here and
I don't
force Kevin to make something good.
I think you might even lose the.
Yeah, they just have to switch gears a little bit from the guards now with only 2 rocks remaining, and try to move some stuff around so that way they can either try to score or force one or even try to steal one.
Yeah, those should be good.
I feel like we can get more trouble with the
control nose. You can throw either turn.
But
turn?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Outcome, right?
Interesting conversation.
Nose looks pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, control and right on the nose. I like it because it's going to push that red back onto the back yellow, but it's also going to leave the red stone in front of that yellow, so you'll have a shot on it on your second.
Yeah.
Just like Evan said there, it leaves it lined up.
Clean. Yes. Hard.
See, hard on it out of the hand. Might have been a little tighter than they would have liked.
Whoa. No.
Pretty good.
Big scrub by Jason Ginter. What a great shot from Evan there. Leaving the double in play, though, and not only that, you make the double and you have a chance to roll under your corner, which might leave a chance for 3. So.
Okay.
So big opportunity here for Kevin.
It's a good,
you're going to see him. I don't think you're going to see him throw too hard.
Nice. Oh, sorry.
No, these rocks are so lively. You can easily get them both going with heavy board weight.
Not only that, but it leaves kind of a little bit of forgiveness, and your sweepers can come into play and get a good roll. But then again, that corner guard is a little close, so it looks like with this ice, he might be throwing a harder one here.
Like that broom?
I guess you're up by 1. A 3 would be great, but even a 2 is good here. You just want to make sure you get both these reds moving. Swinging it back.
Yep.
Not quite a zinger, but lots of weight
Whoa,
on this one.
whoa.
Kevin Cooey
Curl.
trying to get 2 going.
Curl. Jeez.
Just over scrubbed it and gonna miss the back red. Is the yellow gonna hang on?
Maybe jumped it just a tad early to keep it out there.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, they seen Kark on it out of the hand, and then you heard Kevin go, whoa. I think you're right, just jumped it a hair.
Yeah. Touching his nose.
You have someone like Kark Martin on the broom. Once he's on it, you can't bring it back. That
you
man
just leave
can
a double.
sweep. So
Where do we roll this way?
he's great for holding it straight, but when you want it to curl at the end, and he's
Nose
already
pretty good.
jumped
Like,
it for
even
the
if we
straight,
clip
it's
this
not
a
the
hair.
best of the world.
Yeah, I know, but
Nose is just off nose.
nose is leaves a pretty easy double.
Well, yeah. Okay, so does this.
Is there ever a guard
I
or
see a
anything
double
that's good?
anywhere we roll to. I think this is his hardest one. He's got to get tight to the guard.
Okay, that's his hardest double.
Okay.
You guys like that?
There must be a red,
I think let's.
or that you have to get really close to that yellow
We'll put it
guard.
close
Why
and
would they never? everybody's really gotten behind this event, not only by coming to watch, but also with all the volunteers that they have.
Straight. Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing we talk about sponsors and ice makers. Volunteers are probably, they're like no other. Not only do they give up their time, but they're some of the happiest people I see at the events. And you know what? If you're out there and you're a curling fan, I think we talked about this back at the Sentinel Storage Ladies Provincials, that if you want to have a front row seat and you love curling, you should check out volunteering, because it's probably the best seat in the house.
Absolutely. You get to meet great people, great curlers, curling Alberta people, you name it.
Roll it, Jay. Watch it.
Nice.
Great hit and a roll. It's just going to peek out the other side of the corner, but get rid of a yellow.
That was very straight. Good shot.
Will Kevin look to hit that and stick around?
Yeah, Kevin is up 3 points here, so he is not going to be messing around with anything. I think you're going to see him just bonk around the nose and, like I've been saying, force Van Amsterdam to make something good. You might also see right there as he called to rip the peel, because to gain points, Van Amsterdam needs those guards. And
to take one crack at this.
a straight peel is great, but if you can get both going, that's even better. You might even get a hair of a roll to the center line and guard your own. So lots of great outcomes for this shot. Tyler Tardy with a high hard one, a zinger as we've been calling it. And a big sweep from Tarek Martin.
Okay.
Isn't going to catch the one in the back, but is going to push the other corner over.
Could come around the other.
Now, if you're Evan, you're not really too worried about
Could come around
who's guards in front of there.
I kind of
You're
like
just
that
looking
more.
to have rocks up in front that you can hide behind, correct?
Yeah. Right now, we're probably going to see Evan
Do you hate a hair
lock
left
in
still?
as 2, get rid of both of these yellows.
I like
But
this.
Okay, me too.
he needs guards, especially on the wings there. He wants some guards to hide behind and try to get his 2 to get back into this game. But he also does have to watch, because if he gets too worried about guards, he might have a hard time getting in there on his last shot. So it's a little bit of a balancing game when you have the hammer.
This looks like he's just trying to come around those 2 guards.
Lots of room.
Oh, straight.
No, switch.
Curl, please.
Yeah, really good option as the middle is open, so you're always going to have access to those 2 yellow stones. And now you open up a chance for 3 instead of just 2.
Probably got to run that, eh?
Yeah. The only thing you might see here is you might see Kevin come down to the red just throw, just because it is behind that T line. Or even here, I like this, the run back. He's got a guard of his own, and even if you don't make it perfect, you open up. You open it up for a shot after this. So
Throwing a zinger.
Throwing a zinger. Gonna run it back and hit it great on the nose. A great shot for Aaron Slaczynski here in end number 6. As we see the replay, really well thrown and really well managed, and a good sweep from Tyler Tardy to keep it on the nose. Those are not the easiest shots in the world, and he makes it look just as smooth as butter. So great shot from Aaron there.
Hair heavy. Okay, I think it's there.
It's like
top 14.
Hey, line's
I
good.
saw last night that Tyler proved he was human too and had a little blunder
Top
while
4
sweeping
coming
a
out a
rock.
bit.
Got a curl slide.
Whoa.
Line only.
Yeah, I seen a little bit of a tuck and roll, and then
We're a little heavy.
you know what? Shows how agile he is.
That's right.
No.
That was a professional fall.
Okay.
I had to take a jab at him a little bit on the Curling Alberta page there, because he's been trying to get a moment to the game for so long, and he finally got it. So not the way he probably would have liked, but hey.
You like trying to unhook this?
Yeah, just tap it.
Yeah,
I rubbed it in a little more.
Sure,
one
but
of the,
you
one of
just
the
can't
moments
be
of the
light
game
and not
he lost
move
out on
this.
was due to me, so
That's
Right, even if you
perfect.
knows this and get
commentating
this.
that game. So
See. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm not
For Kevin
so
here, you're
worried
just trying to
about
get rid of that
but-
backing in behind the red rock maybe to try to get rid of it with your next shot?
That'd be good, but
yeah, there's
want
not
to
a
get
ton
this
of
one still out counting that.
great positions
I think
right
you can
now,
throw
so
like back 12.
if he can just
back
tap
line.
that red and
I'm seeing it a
push
little
that
heavier
back
than-
yellow over, and like you said,
Shade
get rid
high
of the
and lows.
backing. It kind of leaves him a shot
What
to
do you think?
get
How's
rid
that
of
look?
that red on
Good.
his first. So a nice hack board weight you'll see here from Aaron Slaczynski.
Clean. What?
9-10.
Clean.
9-10.
Yeah. Oh.
Always nice to hear
Clean.
clean out of the hand.
Clean.
10 through.
Curl. Close. No.
Whoa.
Straight. Whoa. Straight. Whoa. Whoa.
Really big sweep at the end for Kark to keep it online, and a great shot from Aaron Slaczynski. Gonna lose this back yellow, but takes away the backing from the red.
Kind of just like break the freeze and.
It's wide open, hey?
You could, yeah.
Yeah, it's wide open. You're saying break the.
Can you make the double and push the red behind? Is that any good?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Even just bouncing this.
Yeah, that's great.
That'd be good.
Flattish.
Sure.
See
It's,
lots of good
probably
conversation happen between the team
Firm.
here.
How thin?
Trying to figure out what's the best shot
Half rock.
here. And yeah, the double's there to be made, but
Where do I gotta hit
the thing
this
of
at?
the curling is it's not what you make, it's what you leave.
Take
So
half.
you make that double there and you leave the double back. So they're just going to try and hit off this yellow one, try to get rid of both those yellows. But their main goal here is to get the roll and push that other red that's sitting top four behind cover.
Please. Whoa. No.
No.
Might have flared it a hair here as it looks like it's going to run a little bit wide.
Okay.
And a really big miss there from Mr. Ginter, opening the door.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that one. He's not used to missing many of those ones.
If we hit this.
So,
No, it's thick. Right?
Jason is one of those people that I'd like to call a friend of mine, and I've watched him curl a lot, and he's a pretty good curler. So to see him miss something like that is very unusual.
If it goes straight into the side of it, then it's always two. Like we could soft nose that.
Still no easy shot for Kevin here because he's got to make sure wherever he places a stone, it's not going to leave a good one for Evan on his last.
He might still
Or
have
his
to
second
freeze
last,
this if
sorry.
he-
Then that one never counts.
I like what Kevin's saying there. Just hit your yellow, roll under the corner, and you're going to roll that yellow that you hit onto the top of the button there.
Like if I get this one behind
If you could do that, you could be sitting 3.
Yeah, and it sitting free and in really good positions. Teams are going to have to watch out here. They're taking a lot of time to discuss. I'm not sure what the time clocks are at. I don't know if our friends at Curling Stadium can give us a shot of those, but taking a lot of time on these decisions here. One of the bad parts about having lots of rocks to play, although it's fun to watch, the team has to keep an eye out on their time with all the decisions.
We can
having
always
to be
hit
made.
that wide one.
Right, and with the change and just having one timeout versus 2 now in the 10-end game, it sure takes that thinking time away on these guys.
Seems like a lot of ice for 10.
Yeah, it's
Shade less.
because and it's about 8 feet.
You
back.
hear Kevin double checking with his sweepers there, thinking it looks like a lot of ice, and just got to tighten it up a hair.
Yeah, 10.
Whoa, never.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa, curl.
Whoa. Clean. Straight.
A great shot for Kevin Cuitas there to sit 1, 2, 3, one half buried, and the other two in some really good positions
Yeah, he's got it.
in the 4-foot there.
Like rolled.
They're not making it easy for this Van Amsterdam team to get back.
Looks like an intern to me.
No, this makes for kind of an important moment here for Team
Kind of looking
Amsterdam.
like an out turn to me.
Sure. That's good ice.
Yeah, they're going to want to make sure to get rid of 2 yellows here. And then even if they do that, they also have to remember Kevin's got a shot to make the chance for 2 hard. But just trying to get rid of 2 yellows here to prevent being forced.
Tiny bit. Actually, maybe a little less. Yeah. You like that?
Let's do it.
They're on the out turn here. Shot for Evan Van Amsterdam to get 2 moving.
Slow, slow, curl. Really got to go. Okay.
Gonna get 2 moving and sit on top of the 4-foot. Great shot there from Evan Van Amsterdam. Gonna see Kev here try and hit and roll to force Evan to take his 1.
That'll do.
If he can get the roll underneath, he'll force Evan to have a straight draw versus having an easier hit.
Yeah, he's gonna want to make sure though he wants to roll, but you don't want to roll fully buried behind the yellow that's already sitting kind of to the side of the top 4 there, because that brings that double into play. So he's gonna almost Christmas tree it, as we call it, so leave it a little bit open.
Like I could see
So
that.
the yellow guard, the yellow that's there, and the one he's gonna throw are gonna kind of be on angles, so there's no doubles available to give him 2.
My draw ran
like that.
Alrighty, we got Kevin's last to force Evan to a really hard shot here.
No.
9. Yeah. Curl.
Jeez.
No out of the hand of Kevin. He knows he's heavy.
Straight.
A little wide, a little heavy.
Just roll it over there. Just make it double long.
Yeah. As soon as Kevin let that go, we knew he didn't like it because a little wide, maybe a little heavy, and now it gives Evan a chance for a double for his 2.
Thick half gets her.
It goes to show some of the experience of these teams here. As soon as Kevin let it go, he knew. You know what, as a curler, when you let it go, you know if it's close or not, and he knew it wasn't anywhere close, and he's going to wish he had that one back.
That just goes right to the respect that he's got for Evan and his ability to make these shots as well.
Yeah, and I keep bringing it up. This Van Amsterdam team isn't one of the most well-known teams, but they're not one to be messed around with. They're just a high-level team, and they make a ton of shots. So we got Evan Van Amsterdam, a double to get 2 here in end number 6.
No, curl. Okay.
Really trying to get it to curl, and it's going to go under the yellow, so going to result in a steal for Kevin to go up 7-3 after 6.
Okay, nice to meet.
See a little bit of anger there, and we'll be back after a few short commercials.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
It's going to be interesting to see keep their like spirits high and keep the positive.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Hello, curling fans. We're back in end number 7 action. First real miss we've seen on a Kark there, coming a little deeper than he would have liked to on his last stone just thrown there. And a big miss from Evan Van Amsterdam in the last end to bring it to 7-3. Would have liked to at least get his one, but
try and be as level as possible.
just hit it too thin.
Yeah, we're pretty level.
No, we'll be seeing Evan
Good shot.
put her into 5th gear and do everything he can to get to the offense.
Nice.
Yeah, and you see there, Kark's rock that came a little deep kind of opens up a pocket there. So for not only is Van Amsterdam going to be going all out, but it's almost an opportunity given to Team Van Amsterdam there.
I got 7, 6, 7, 7.
And when teams are as good as this, even though that we're going to start seeing peels pretty soon, any advantage you give a team is not
Never, like right here. No.
It's not great.
Yep. Good.
That's a good spot.
A little bit of a pocket there, but you might even see Kevin in the later shots move those rocks in the back for himself, just to try to take them away from helping Evan out.
Yeah, anything in play right now is a big help for Van Amsterdam. Like you see here, they're just throwing back line at this stone to try and keep it in play in the back as a catcher.
Curl.
Tyler would have liked that last stone of his to be a little further back because it allows for this hit and roll from Sterling. They're not going to quite get the roll. It's going to get rid of the yellow in the back.
I like Nose is fine. Little roll in. 11.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
It's close.
Like to give a big shout out to the Hector V Academic and Scholarship Foundation. They're another one of our Curling Alberta sponsors. And if there's any young curlers listening, attention to you. Curling Alberta's partner, the Hector V Academic and Scholarship Foundation, has 3 scholarships up for grabs. This scholarship has been available to young curlers since 1999, and it was put in place to honor Hector V, a curling legend and his many accomplishments. To his community, his country, and throughout the world. The foundation provides young curlers with the financial opportunity to further expand and refine their curling abilities and accomplishments. Applications are being accepted on the Curling Alberta website until May 31st.
Line's good.
And we would also like to once again give a huge shout out to Hector V. And thank you for supporting curlers in Alberta. It's a scholarship like no other, and it's a great thing to look into. So once again, if you're a young curler in Alberta that's interesting in refining your skills and continuing to curl and be the best you can be, go check it out. It's right on the Curling Alberta website.
They're not in?
Yeah.
That rock coming a little short of the rings. Kevin will look to double peel these off.
Yeah, I really wanted that one to touch paint, as now the peel.
Hair light? Yeah.
Mine's good. Mine's real good.
Yeah, really
We're gonna have to
important
go-
here for Team
There you
Van
go.
Amsterdam
I'm
to
good.
put the pedal to the metal and
Lots of
really
room.
work hard to make these shots.
Fine.
Room. Go.
Another big shout out to
Really
Curling
gotta go.
Alberta's 50-50. Our jackpot is at 11,000.
Higher the better. Leave it up.
Make
Okay,
sure
we're
to
at
buy
3.
your tickets. Our sale,
Okay.
the sales end in just an hour.
Good speed. Okay.
Another one coming up, just a little bit light.
Good.
Yeah,
think we
catching
freeze first,
curlers
then we
off guard. You know, it's later in the end. We might be starting to see that slide path come into play. And for those who are listening and don't understand what that is when you're throwing from the hack, you tend to slide over the same areas more and more. And what that does is it wears down the pebbles. So when you're throwing back to that
thick.
end,
Oh, I see.
as the
And
rock
just
goes
roll over
where
the top.
those
If we roll out, it's okay.
where those slides have been taking
I think
place.
this one's the trouble
The
one.
pebble's a little flatter,
Right,
so it
like you
tends
can-
to slow up a little bit. And
I think we hit
go
Get
a
rid
little
of that.
straighter.
That's what I thought.
Just
And
throw
go
it
thick,
hard,
if it
fairly
rolls out,
thick.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess with this.
We don't really want to touch that one. The yellow.
Like we're trying that double.
Yeah, if you roll in, but
Okay.
as long as you're at least a half.
Really like the call here from Kevin Cooey. Going to try and rip this red out of here, but he's going to hit it thick and try to grab the red on the next one.
Whoa.
Um,
Yep.
Whoa.
Even if you roll in, it's not the worst thing.
No, curl. Yeah.
That's it. Oh.
Good shot.
Just going to slide under it by an
Good throw in.
inch.
Really close.
I hit like 2/3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to
It
mess
just
with
stayed
that
pretty.
rock of his in the top 8. He likes where that is.
Yeah, it's a very usable stone, whether it's going to be run back or you can take away a draw pass. So
Yeah.
you want to touch it.
Make it good. Yeah.
You're going to see Van Amsterdam here trying to use those yellow stones as a little bit of a pocket and a little bit of a protector,
Hair light? Okay.
as they know they need to
four,
score a
top
couple here to stay in the
Slow
game.
down.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Whoa. Yep. Hard
Line,
then.
yep.
Hard too late.
Hard line.
Really big scrub again is coming up light. That's 3 in a row for Team Van Amsterdam that have come up a little bit light. So
Even if
like
we
I
miss it,
said,
it's
that
fine.
spot might be
Yeah.
catching them, and
Half the rock.
you
Well,
can
you
see
wanna
the
be low,
frustration in
but-
Jason's face
Okay,
there,
Okay.
You can't.
knowing that without that
We'll see.
without
Yeah,
stone
it looks
being
like that's
welded
what
to the
he's
back
doing.
yellow, that Kevin's gonna be able to pick
Just
it out
ripping
here.
high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, throwing a zinger, ripping it high.
Yeah.
Yeah, vintage Kevin Cooey here trying to just make sure it goes away. You're not worried about anything but that stone. Even if you catch the back yellow, that's good. The less stones behind the tee, the better for you. But you're just trying to make sure this yellow goes away. The big backswing, and here he comes. Kevin's
Clean.
first to the end. Props to sweepers for just keeping up with those type of stones. And like I said, grabs the yellow in the back of the house, so one less catcher for Team Van Amsterdam.
Best way to get the split going.
That's true.
Gonna have
yeah.
to look to generate a bunch or generate something here.
Roll this. Yeah. That's real big too.
Yeah, this is where the
Yeah.
that high rock that you
Yeah, we're
see
just-
there,
we're just hoping
not
that-
getting into the paint,
I think there's just more options.
really does hurt them.
Sure.
Well, let me blank.
I like roll.
Yeah,
always
you hear
rolling this.
Sterling
Oh, yeah.
there say you're hoping for a miss.
That's good ice. Yeah.
No matter where
So
you put a stone here,
ideally-
there's always a
ideally, like-
shot. So
Over roll by a half there. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and roll under this, hit the yellow and roll under the other one, or even over roll, as Evan said there, as it kind of might bait him to another shot, or he might get a miss that way. Not very often do you get someone like Kevin Cooey missing a shot, but if there's a chance to make it harder, you're gonna go for it.
Clean. Close. Yep. Whoa! Yep! Gotta go!
Really big sweep
Really
from
gotta
Jason
go.
Ginter here.
No. Yep.
Yeah, kind of caught in the middle there. You rather want that roll under or the big roll, as it's going to give Kevin a straight shot to get rid of this one back in the house.
Both these teams with lots to play for, with the winner of this going on to represent Alberta at the Briar in Kelowna.
Yeah, a lot resting on the back of this game.
Throw like 8. Okay. I stick it.
Yeah.
So if he says he's throwing an 8, that's a zinger, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's kind of a... With the amount that he can throw, that's kind of like an easy zinger for him.
You need enough room for like basically close to firm. That good?
For this team, and I know for a lot of the teams we play on the U20 tour, that 8 is kind of what we call a firm weight. Because when we talk about peel or zingers, it's usually up in the 7-6s.
Curl.
Got to get off this guard. Good sweep by Tyler Tardy there to get off the guard, but it is going to roll out. So a blank chance for Evan Van Amsterdam to take hammer into the 8th.
Not a bad result for Kevin. He wasn't too worried about losing that rock.
No, and you know what? We didn't see quite a zinger on the last one, but we'll see one here because Evan wants no chance for this to stick around. He wants to hold on to that hammer, and with that pan around, we see the tankard and the medals. It's gotta give you butterflies playing just alongside those. Alrighty, Evan Van Amsterdam, last shot of the end, trying to blank and carry the hammer into the 8th.
Yep. Clean.
Hard out of his hand. Threw it a little tighter than he would have liked, but he got it, so that's going to be a blank. Going into 8, we're going to be still 7-3 for Team Kevin Cooey. Let's get a good shot of that, and we'll take a shot of that as we go into a break. We'll be back after a few short commercials.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and we are back at end number 8 here. Still 7-3 after a blank in number 7. We're going to see Team Van Amsterdam go real hard here to pedal to the metal and score some as we're running out of ends.
Kevin bringing a couple rocks into the rings down the center line, and Team Van Amsterdam, putting up his corner guards.
Yeah, you see Clark Martin a little upset there. He would have liked to keep that stone he promoted above the tee line, as from between the 4 foots and above the tee line is what we call, us curlers call the key. And if you keep rocks in there, it makes it really hard for the other team to score. But as soon as that came behind the team line, it gives a freeze opportunity for Van Amsterdam, which they're not going to take right now because they want to set up some guards to score a bunch. But anything that you can...
Oh, you can't throw it yet, though.
Anything that you can give the other team, you don't want to, because most times than not, like I've always said, they're going to make it.
Is Kevin looking to just
Seven.
his own and try to push them both under cover?
7.
Yeah, maybe just a hair.
Hard.
I didn't quite see the call. I was looking down to check out the 50-50s.
Hard. Keep going, hard.
Couple short minutes we were talking about the other stuff. It has almost gone up to 12 grand now, the jackpot.
Good sweep, Clark.
So.
Yeah.
Get him now, fans.
Yeah. So really good shot there from Kevin Cooey to kind of split them and kind of cut off the corner guards, make them hard to use.
Okay. Clean. I think we're just back 4. Yep.
I liked it.
Back 4.
Well.
Yep.
Clean.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Girl.
Whoa. Great. Nice sweep, guys.
Big sweep from Parker and Jason there.
Good.
Gonna show a little bit of the red there, but pushes that yellow kind of back into the back end of the house there, keeping more catchers as we've been talking about.
If Kevin can hit and roll top 4, top 6, I think he'd be in an okay position. There you see Kevin Martin enjoying a glass of wine.
Yeah, the old bear. We had the pleasure of working with him before he headed off to watch Clark here this last week. You know what? One of the kind of cool to get to work with someone with the Martin name on the back. We've worked with Clark too, and great, not only great curlers, but really fun people to be around. So I know Kevin's going to be having a lot of fun in the original 16 lounge back there.
You can also just do this too.
Whatever you like.
We had an event with which Kevin came and spoke at. And at the end of it, they had an auction and auctioned off one of his old-time Briar jackets.
Sure, that's fine.
And I won't say how much it cost me, but my wife ended up buying it.
How's that ice?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of cool. A little piece of curling history.
Same way.
You bet.
Now you see Evan Van Amsterdam just trying to move some yellows around and keep his chance of scoring alive here.
A little bit of add on that.
Yep.
Hard line.
Yes. Tight.
Guys going hard for line.
Keep going hard. Curl.
Yeah, big scrub. And not ideal for the Van Amsterdam team here. Really struggling in these last few ends.
Nose it. Nose leaves us something to come off of.
Yeah, but I think we just kill this. Yeah, nose.
Right on the,
10. Okay.
right on the nose.
Heard them say just kill it. They're up by 4 and they know it, so they're just trying to take as many rocks out as they can.
Clean. Whoa.
10.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, there's no puck in there.
Smack it right on the nose, but not a super ideal situation as those 2 yellows are
now that you
staggered
tapped
and
it,
might cause some trouble later. But also with that other yellow sitting in the top 12, there's not really a big chance for Jason to draw around here for Team Van Amsterdam. So.
Well, right now, Kevin really has that scoring area shrunk right down.
Straight spot, yep. Make it good. Nose works.
Yeah, big sea of yellow in the rings right now.
Jason looking to hit and roll underneath cover.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
No lack of weight here. Big sweep from Parker here. Gets yellows moving. 1, 2, 3, and just about 4. Do a little housekeeping there. A nice shot of Jason there. Give him a little pat on the back for that one.
Yeah, that one was much better than the other one that we've seen. What a shot by Jason.
Might be a little bit of a contestant for the shot of the game, saving his team.
Hairless.
Hard.
Hairless.
Real hard, Tyler.
Hard, Tyler. Keep it
Let
on
it
the line.
go.
Keep it on the line. Keep it on
Hard.
the line. Keep it on the line. Come on.
Hard.
Good sweep. Good sweep. Nice.
Really, really good sweep there by Tyler. He carried that one straight for a long ways.
Good throws there.
Yeah, great sweep, and gonna see Evan Van Amsterdam come around and try to keep his chances for a deuce alive, but
anyway. Yeah. Okay. Back 4, back
but
8.
with
like fullback 8's pretty good.
2 yellows up in front, it's gonna leave Kevin some easy shots, but not a lot of not another really good opportunity other than this for the Van Amsterdam team.
Yeah, their options are a little bit limited.
Close.
Line only.
Waist close. No, we don't need line.
You know what? As this rock comes in, it lets us once again thank one of our Curling Alberta sponsors,
Line only.
Sandbagger. This season, Curling Alberta is pleased to welcome
12.
Sandbagger Hard Seltzer as our official seltzer.
Can't.
Inspired by those who do what it takes to get on the edge of the competition, Sandbagger is a refreshing seltzer crafted with natural ingredients and gin. Stop by the Ice Lounge to see which of the 4 flavors you will add to your post-curling game ritual. Their grassroots history combined with a strong commitment to family and their craft makes Sandbagger Hard Seltzer a valuable member of the curling community. Thank you, Sandbagger, from all of us here at Curling Alberta. And you know what? I might have to get Raymond, our Curling Alberta media guy, to ask some of these curlers what their favorite post-game Sandbagger flavor is.
I don't think curlers drink anything.
You know what? We laugh about it, but you know, I'd probably put curlers in the running for maybe the biggest drinkers of sports.
Yep.
You know what? Isn't that why we all do it? It's not necessarily for the drinking, but for the social aspect of it and the camaraderie and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah, great shot from Kevin Cooey there to sneak the one in the back, and Evan's gonna have to really make a really good draw here to come and keep the deuce chances alive. And back to what you were saying, yes, there's nothing like a curling community. I know back home here in Wainwright, all of our curlers before and after a draw are upstairs having an original 16 or maybe a Sandbagger and just having great conversation. You go out, you play each other every night, but you're just as good as friends whether you win or lose. There's nothing quite like a curling community.
Absolutely.
Line's okay. Looking for back 4. Little bit of room.
Yeah, just trying to draw it here from Evan Van Amsterdam.
Line's good. Clean.
Just deep.
You know, we talked about the community, and it shows because even our
Really got a curl.
from our community here in Wainwright, they heard I'm
Hard,
commentating, and I've been tuning in all week to watch some good curling, and they've let me know that I've done a decent job. Probably because they have to.
Yeah.
Don't know who's paying them, but no, it's. I can't speak enough to.
What does this look like?
The friendships and the relationships I've gained through curling, and just how fun it is to be around.
Absolutely. Yeah, you couldn't say it better.
Yeah, that's what.
Kevin will look at maybe running his yellow back onto the red.
I like it. Okay. Just give me just outside.
Yeah, if Kevin can squeak this red out of here and force Van Amsterdam to 1, he's going to be in the driver's seat for the rest of the game here. Starting to run out of ends, and
like a centimeter
as big as you can make the gap
the guard's not really
between your lead and their score is better, because like I keep saying, they're not one of the most well-known of teams, Van Amsterdam, but they're up there like a Kevin Cooey, and when they're on fire, they're hard to beat.
Kevin looking for the run back here.
Curl.
Not liking it out of his hand. Just gonna take the guard, and a chance for 2 here for Evan.
Okay, that's good ice there.
You see the frustration in Kevin as he knows the only way you can't miss that is wide. You slide a little tight, and your sweepers can back it up for you, but
You heard Sterling say that we just needed to make something where he would miss, and that this is their opportunity.
yeah, they're gonna take it, because not many times you get someone like Kevin Cooey a miss, especially with a out-turn high hard one. So Evan Van Amsterdam, his last rock of the end, a chance to draw the 4-foot for 2 and close up the gap.
That's really big. Heavy. Oh.
How heavy?
It's good now.
Sweeper's not touching this one.
Still back for it.
Lines?
Curl.
Yeah,
No,
Parker.
No. Easy, Parker. Easy. No.
Look at that.
Curl.
Asking to curl to get onto some backing.
You're good.
Nice.
Yeah.
A little bit scary there for Team Van Amsterdam. We're going to grab the backing and sit for 2. We're going to come back, and it's going to be 7-5 and end number 9. Great draw from Evan Van Amsterdam. We'll just roll a few commercials and be right back with you. So grab a drink, grab something to eat, and get excited, because it's still a great game here at Stettler.
All right.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Man.
Hello, curling fans. We're back in number 10 here at the final at the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. That Amsterdam needs a big score of 4 here.
I'll throw it.
I'll throw a tick shot here and try and prevent any guards from being in play.
Whoa.
I love watching Tarek throw a rock. It reminds me that even the guys that aren't so flexible can still actually throw a really good storm.
Curl.
Oh, nice.
What a shot from Kark Martin there. Not only did he take away that guard, but got rid of his own. Big, no chance for steals here. It's a simple shot, but boy, does it come in handy.
Okay. I
It's
thought
got
it
to
was
be so well managed by all 4 guys on the team.
It feels all there to me.
Halfway. Mine's good.
And like you said,
Really gotta
Kark,
curl.
big example, yeah.
Yep, curl.
You know what? I've
Curl,
had the
curl,
pleasure
curl.
of working with him personally, and
Hard.
you know what?
Hard.
Many people say it's kind of an awkward slide, but you know what? It's still one of the smoothest I've seen, and it's one of those people that is so consistent that I have a lot of respect for him. And
I don't know that I've ever seen him wobble coming out of the hack.
no, and talking with him, it's a big priority for him that he likes to feel the exact same. Every time he throws a stone, he likes it to feel the exact same. So the consistency shows.
We were talking off air there during the commercial break, wondering whether Kevin was going to throw any through the rings and whatnot. And here he did with Tyler's first rock.
Yeah, the first one I don't think he threw through because he wants to try and force Team at Amsterdam to worry about something in the middle, and then Kark making that great shot to really set up the end. Adding another stone in the rings there doesn't really help.
Curl.
Doesn't really help
Top 8. Curl.
Kevin Gooey with anything. So throws it through, and they're gonna throw this one, and then I think we're headed to Peel Town here. You know, it's one of those things that sometimes the best shot you have is throwing it through.
Okay.
We've seen people do it throughout the years. One of the more infamous ones is we've seen Kevin sitting there in the original 16 lounge. I believe he did one against David Murdoch, but that one didn't quite work out in his favor, and kind of some salt in the wound for people who were watching that game and are Kevin Martin fans. But there's lots of times where curlers will choose just to throw it through, as sometimes just because it's your color doesn't mean it's your friend necessarily.
It's really curling again. It's got to sit line. Whoa.
Trying to replace the guard here again.
Good. Real good.
Yeah, and once again, just going to see a peel.
Yep.
Kevin knows this team has to score 4, so guards are the only chance they have.
Yep.
So Team at Amsterdam really just looking for a miss, if not 2 misses here.
Like to go on that.
Just to replace the guard here, Jason Ginter.
Mine's good.
You heard them out of the hand, like to go. A little lighter than they would have liked.
No, let's assume that everyone's making their shots here for the next few. At what point, if you're Team Van Amsterdam, do you start, okay, I need to put rocks in the rings here?
You know what? You're keeping it to the last possible moments because guards are your friends. So probably not going to see it on Jason's next one, but on Evan's first. You're going to see them come into the ring somewhere and hope for a miss.
Sorry?
Right to it, hope to stay.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
You might even see Team Van Amsterdam come right up to the stones here. But I'm assuming you're going to see one more guard.
It's a hair more.
I don't think it's more. More room. Yeah. Mine's good.
Great communication from the Van Amsterdam team as you
Yep.
hear the sweepers thinking it's more, and
Yeah, get it right
Jason
over
letting
there.
them know that out of
No,
his
it's good
hand it
enough,
felt
good
like
enough.
it was
Keep
pretty
going,
close to
keep
the same.
Good.
Good.
Good, sweet.
Another shot of the Alberta tankard, the hearts and the medals. Once again, it's gotta be difficult to grow right beside that. The nerves are right in your face as you look over and see what is there and the history behind it.
Kevin is looking to clean things up again, get rid of the guard. Take away any rock that can be put into play.
Queen. Throw.
Yeah, and I think as we were talking about, this is where you'll see Evan come into the rings. He needs to. He's got 2 stones left, and he's got to score 4.
Around it, yeah. Spin around. I had that. Yeah, make it good. Yeah, maybe a little bit heavier. Sure.
And while we're waiting for Evan to throw here, get your 50-50 tickets once more. The jackpot's at $14,420 with 20 minutes left to buy.
That's fantastic.
Okay, stay
Great
close
to see
to
all
line.
the support
Line's
of
tight.
curling and the 50-50.
Back 4, back 8.
Line's okay.
T. Back 4.
Yep. Gotta go inside this.
Okay.
Nice sweep.
Just gonna rub, but not a great shot here for Kevin.
That's fine.
Alrighty, just gonna have to get rid of one here. Kevin Cooey a chance to put the game away here and punch his ticket to Kelowna.
Give me a little less.
You see both Kevin and Cart cleaning the path, not taking any chances. Like I said, Kevin Cooey chance to put it away here. And there it is. He's going to get rid of one, and he is your new Alberta champion. What a great game.
There was no lack of rocks in play, which made it a fantastic game to be a fan and watch for sure.
Yeah, and Kevin Cooey's team just absolutely shooting the lights out. And you'll see them in Kelowna. Congratulations to Team Kevin Cooey. Thank you, Daryl, for commentating the final with me. And to all of our viewers, stay tuned. We'll have a few short commercials and then on to the trophy ceremony. And as you can see, them sliding down the ice, taking it in.
A pleasure. Thank you, Rhett.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to everyone watching online. And thank you to Curling Stadium for putting on such a great product here for us to watch. Once again, stay tuned for the trophy ceremony. We'll be back after a few short commercials.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. when I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $50,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
I think we got money for sure. I think we got money. He's got to go. He's got to go. Come on. Oh, we get the forfeit. Thanks a lot, Aaron. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Michael. And congrats. You also get another extra $100 from Volker Construction. So thanks, everybody. If we could all stick around as well, we are just about to do the closing ceremonies. I think we got a few short seconds here. Mark's going to take the mic.
Thanks, Brady. That was good fun all week.